So Christian and I have been talking about a new project vehicle for Expeditions West, and I've had a long time love for the 80 Series Land Cruiser. I've used a lot of different Land Cruisers throughout the world, but I'd never owned an 80 Series myself. So I thought it would be a great idea, since Christian needed a new truck to take all the way through South America, that we should use an 80 Series Land Cruiser, something that's available here in the United States and something that I consider to be a pinnacle vehicle in North America. So we started looking around, and of course you're looking for two different types of Land Cruisers, either something that's very inexpensive and not modified, or something that's already been modified slightly. And we found actually this truck here, which is a perfect example of a vehicle that's been thoughtfully modified by its previous owner. We went ahead and picked it up from Greg Miller at the Larry Miller Group up in Salt Lake City. They own a bunch of different Toyota and Jeep dealerships. So on the rear we've got a Kmart heavy-duty rear bumper. It's suitable for towing or for bringing a motorcycle along with you. It has dual swing outs, one side for water and the other side for a large spare tire.
This is the first step before our trip to South America. Just got this nice drawer, fridge installed, and an extra seat for passenger who's gonna come and meet us along the road.
So tell me about your history with Land Cruisers.
Oh gosh, 15 years ago, first contract in Africa. I was working there to drill some holes. We're building wells, and we had American trucks, and we were broke down everywhere. Every day had some trouble. And these guys came. They were a gold digger. They were looking for gold, and they had those old beat-up Land Cruisers, no winch, nothing on it, and just drive forever all across Africa. And that's where I fell in love with Land Cruiser. And after that, had one, came back, bought an FG62. Then I went to Australia, bought a troop carrier, traveled for years, came back, and now I've just got this nice 80.
And where did you take the, tell me about your Land Cruiser you had in Australia.
The troop carrier, that was a 88 HG75, the same one that they use all over Africa, the NGOs, the Red Cross, even some terrorists sometimes. And so this was it was just the best choice for Africa. It came from the factory with fuel tanks, heavy duty axles, you know, everything on it, the snorkel, all good to go. So we drove all across Australia from Sydney to Cape York and across to Perth through the outbacks, and then shipped it to Africa, and it spent years in Africa, and we drove all over South Africa, and then from South Africa, from Cape Town to London, with no spare parts, no major issue with the truck. A shock, I think we blew a shock and a couple of minor things, and we did over 60,000 miles with this truck.
Oh, and Christian told us he was headed down to Panama. He said you can't go without some decent storage, man. So we hooked him up with a regular 36B drawer. So this is 36 inches long, 20 inches wide, 12 inches tall. And then we put a fridge slide on top to hold his angle fridge. So this is going to give him complete access to all of his gear without having to dig deep. So the drawer just simply pulls out. 36 inches of space. This drawer is tall enough to stand up oil bottles on the inside, which is real important for an overlander. And then so he has access to his fridge. Simple slide out. Pulls all the way out. 100% extension. Attached to the top. Slides back in. Double latches in place.